Hey everyone, I'm Bob Kovacs, and this is an unboxing of the Motorola Moto G7 cell phone. I've previously owned Motorola cell phones, and I kind of like them. They're not perfect. They're a value phone. They're not anywhere nearly as expensive as the Samsungs of the world, so they probably don't have a lot of the cool features that the more expensive phones have, but they've got pretty good features. And my last phone I had for going on 4 years, for like 3 years and 8 months, something like that, before I dropped it and cracked the screen. I'll show you that phone shortly. We'll do a little comparison. Anyway, this is the Motorola Moto G7. I paid $229 for it. And it's got a seal here, which I tried to open with my fingers and couldn't easily do it. So I am going to use a pair of scissors. Okay. And right on top is the phone. This is it. It's got a white back on it. Wasn't my preference, but you know, I'm cheap and this is what they had that was available that I could get at a reasonable price. Now this is the Motorola G7. It has a 6.2-inch diagonal screen. I think that is the same size screen. No, actually it looks like it's going to be bigger than my existing Motorola phone, which is something like a Moto Plus Pure or something like that. Moto Pure Plus. Anyway, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a crack down here where it cracked when I dropped my phone a couple of weeks ago. And it still works, but it's not working as well as it should. In any event, this phone looks like it's a little bit bigger, a little squarer corners than my old phone. It's quite slim. I think this is slimmer than my other phone. My other phone kind of had an arced back on it. It had this actual real bamboo back. This has got a plastic back that you could see has lots of glare when I flick it around in my lights here. And it has a dual camera system on the back. We'll talk about in just a moment. So I mentioned the 6.2-inch diagonal screen. It's got a full HD plus resolution. It's 2270 by 1080, so it's more than HD resolution. Some of the cool features of this phone, it has 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gig of storage. I think you can actually order different versions of this phone with up to 6 gigabytes of RAM and up to 128 gigabytes of internal storage. But the version I got is 4 gig of RAM and 64 gig of internal storage. That internal storage is, you can expand it with a micro SD card. So I have a micro SD card that I'm going to take from my old phone, put in this phone. The processor in this guy is a Snapdragon 632 processor with a 1.8 gigahertz octa-core CPU and an Adreno 506 GPU. So it has a graphics processing unit inside. I was impressed with the graphics ability of my old cell phone. It played videos beautifully, had a lovely screen, so I'm expecting that this will be at least the same. For the cameras, I told you we'd talk about the cameras. It has dual cameras on the back, a 12 megapixel and a 5 megapixel camera. So I think one is the close-up camera and one's the wide-angle camera. I'm not sure about that. And it has an LED flash on the back, a single LED flash. And on the front-facing camera is an 8 megapixel front camera. And for the flash, it uses the screen. And I'm kind of interested in checking that out because my old phone has an actual LED flash here. And of course, an LED flash is a pinpoint flash, and that's really harsh. So when you get somebody who's as old as I am, man, that pinpoint flash is going to make all the wrinkles show. Whereas the LED screen flash, now that's, that has the potential for making me look a lot better. So I expect to take some really glam shots with this front-facing selfie camera on this. Internally, it has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery built in. You can't replace it. And it also has a fingerprint sensor. I'm not exactly sure where the fingerprint sensor is. I don't know if it's this Motorola logo thing or if it's somewhere else. And it also can do face recognition. So let's see what else is in the box. Looks like there's manuals in here. It's got a README. This is the tool for opening up the SIM drawer, the SIM slot, so you can get in the SIM slot, which I'll be needing that soon. And it's got a legal announcement document there, so a README thing here in very tiny print, so I'm going to be using my glasses for that. It has a USB charging cable, which you can also use, of course, to get files off of the phone. And that's taking a pretty mighty tug to get that off. Now this comes with a high-speed charger, as did my old phone. So now I have two high-speed chargers, and it does work pretty fast to top up the phone quickly. And of course a standard, this is the high-speed charger. And I think that is it. So it does not come with any kind of earphones or earbuds or headphones or anything else. That is everything that was in the box. So hey everyone, I'm Bob Kovacs. This has been an unboxing of the Motorola Moto G7 cell phone. Thanks for watching.